Okay, I am going to talk all about forms, how to use them. I'm so sorry, I'm really blurry, but how to use forms, how to actually build them. I'm going to walk you through what to include on them, and then I want you to use the forms that I already have as like a guideline to make your own. So you can make your own easily, simply. You can adjust them. You can make new questions. So for me, I've used ones that I found from like when I first started. I used and just copied the same one that I filled out from my upline, and then over time, as I would get an application, if something didn't answer the question, I would add that question. If something was like irrelevant or I wasn't liking the answer that I was getting, I would take that question out and reword it. So over time, as you learn what questions are doing well for you and giving you information versus what questions are not doing you any well, you can change up the forms all throughout. So I would start and just use like the guideline that I'm going to give you. I would just honestly use the one that I have, use it as a baseline, and change up the questions as you want. Utilize your own vocabulary and speak how you would speak. So in my interest forms, I speak to them like I am talking to them. So as they fill out the form, they're hearing my voice. That's what I want. I kind of want you to do the same thing. It might not be as open at the beginning. You might just like very blatantly ask the question. That's really fine. At the end of the day, forms are so important for two reasons. Number one, they are going to be actually for three reasons. Number one, they're going to give you email information, contact information, so that you never, if something ever were to, gosh forbid, happen to social media, you don't lose everybody. You don't lose all of your contacts. You want to start building that email list. You want to start building that contact list. And eventually, I highly encourage you to transition into email. This is something that I am slowly moving into after 3 years in the business. I should have done it a lot earlier, but there was no push on it. There was no pressure on it when I first started. And now I am hardcore on getting people's emails, or at least getting them to fill out the form before they join me, so that I have their contact information. If they don't actually join, or they at their follow-up or something like that, I can better do a follow-up in email than I can in a messenger. So, and they can unsubscribe anytime. I would just start out with like your Google. So I would make just a Google account and just collect people's email addresses and just save them like in a Google Excel sheet, or save them even just in a contact list. I don't really know how email works, like what the best options are, but I wouldn't go too complicated. If you've been doing it for a while and you have a lot of contacts, or you have people that are filling out your applications, then I would go to like a provider. There's a bunch of providers out there. I personally use the provider called ConvertKit. It's $30 US per month. So I would not recommend using email until you are actually going to be consistently using email for your business purpose, like every day or every week, and for monthly purposes. And eventually, you're going to start using email to do more of your business. You'll start using it to do more of, you'll automate the system. So for me, I have everything automated. When I add in a new coach or a new customer or a new lead, I add them into my email list. They automatically get put based on something that I tag them. They automatically get the information. You don't need to do that yet, because you can still like individually do that for your people, and don't spend time doing that. You want to do that. I've done that over time. Like, it's been literally over almost a year that I've been building that, and I paid somebody to do that for me too. So I would not worry about it. You'll know when you get to a point where you're like, okay, I just cannot spend this much time. I'm signing up more people every month, and I just want to have this automated so that I don't need to do this. When it comes to how I did it before, I obviously automated it all and paid somebody over $100 to set that all up for me. Before I did that, I literally just copied the email and I saved it in a Google Doc and I copied and pasted it into everybody's email. Everybody's welcome email as they were a client, everybody's welcome email as they were a coach. And I would email individually every single lead. And so that's really what I did until just a couple of months ago. So don't get hung up on where do I put these emails. Just put them somewhere, because eventually, as long as you have them somewhere, you can easily export that and put it into, you literally don't have to do anything. You just export that whole contact list and you put it into whatever provider you're using. So when the time comes, you don't need to stress about, oh my gosh, I need to have this so that it's done already. You don't need to worry about that. You'll just take all of those emails, you'll export them and put them into whatever provider, and it's done for you. And the organization obviously will be done. Like I would honestly just suggest, don't do it until you can afford to pay somebody to do it. That would honestly be my suggestion. Don't spend time doing it. I paid like $115 US. So it was like $150 for my virtual assistant at the time to do. I don't use her anymore, but at the time to set that up, that was one of the things that I wanted her to set up for me. And so I just paid her to do it. She did it, within the few days that she did it in, and then it's done. So that's what I would suggest when it comes to the time. Now, if you are not at that point and you are a brand new coach, or you're starting out, or you're new to having a form, here's what I want you to use it for. So number one, it's going to give you that contact information. So start your email list. Number two, it's going to make you look and seem and project as a leader and a professional. And at the end of the day, that's what you want, because people are going to sign up with you when you look like the leader. When they think, if I join this girl, I am going to be successful. I'm going to have the results. I'm looking to this person for her to help me. And they're going to think better of that. They're going to think more of that when you position yourself in that leadership role, in that professional role. It's something so simple. It can take you like max an hour to make them. The order forms will probably take you a little bit longer. I would say an hour for that one. But the other two you can do like literally in, 30 minutes, less than an hour, both of them. So spend the time doing that. I would say, as you learn this call, don't spend the time that you have to do your invites on building your forms. I would spend your time, instead of watching Netflix, or instead of, maybe you stay up 10 minutes later in order to get started on one of your forms. Maybe you do it in the morning. Maybe you do it on your lunch break. Maybe you do it in place of something else, but I would not do it in place of sending your invites or your follow-ups or your messaging. You don't want to stop talking to people in order to do this, right? So you can make these forms, but if you don't have anybody to talk to and anybody to send them to, there's really no point in making the forms. So make sure that you're making these forms at a time that is just in addition, that is on the side of what you're doing, or put it into your schedule and say, okay, I'm going to double up on invites on Tuesday, and that time that I normally invite on Wednesday, I'm going to make my forms. And you just give yourself a timer. So these are strategic and they're really helpful for your business, but you don't make money from this form. So it's very easy, especially as new coaches, to be like, oh my gosh, I know this because this is what I did. But it's so easy to be like, oh, I'm going to make this form and I'm doing my work and I'm making them look really pretty and I'm setting up my link tree and all of that. But then you don't send any messages and now you're a day behind towards your goals. So for me, when I do stuff like this, it's usually at night when I have done all of my work, when on the weekends, when I don't normally do my inviting work on the weekend, I usually am doing this stuff. So for me, I take my weekends as my extra work. I'm still working, but it's not work necessarily that's paying me on that moment. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you are booking your time to do these forms, it's really important that you just make sure that you're still getting your invites in, that you're still doing your day's work. And if you only have, say, an hour or 2 hours out of the day, and one of those is supposed to be for inviting and you can't compromise on the other one, then just double up on inviting. Maybe you double up every day. So Normally you send 10 invites a day, and to be able to spend the hour that you normally invite, you do 15 invites every day in order to make up for that one. Does that make sense? Okay, moving forward. The third reason that you want these is so that you're positioning yourself as a leader, so that to just make it simpler for yourself, to just literally make it easy for yourself. These are so informative. If you do them right, you will find the right people that you want, you will work with the right people, and you're setting yourself up you're setting them up for success by having them fill out the answers to the questions that you want to ask them. So let me share my screen. I am going to show you exactly how to do it, what to include. Okay. So you are going to use your forms. You're going to use 3 different types of forms if you want to. I recommend them. These are 100%, all 3 of them are going to make your business easier. Start with one. The first 2 are actually like basically the same. So you're just going to make one for client, one for coaching. I just call them kind of 2 different things. And then you can make the order form like with time, or set aside like an hour or 2 on the weekend to make it. And I really recommend making it at least like visually appealing, so that people are not like you want to add pictures in there, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. But I definitely would recommend giving yourself enough time so that you can get those exactly the way that you want them. Okay. So the first one is an interest form, the second one is an application for coaching, and the third one is an order form. So first up, interest forms. You are going to collect contact information, so their name, their email, their Instagram handle, their Facebook link, whatever you want to get. So if you run your business mostly on Facebook, then you want to get their Facebook link. If you run your business mostly on Instagram, get their Instagram handle. It's very easy. So what I do now is I just ask them for their Instagram handle, and then from Instagram, I send them the link to the groups so that then I can add them into Facebook, so that I don't have to go searching for them on Facebook. That's what's been working for me. It works for them, and then they're getting the group. I'm not worrying about, finding anybody or friend requesting anybody weird. And if for whatever reason, it's happened a few times, but if for whatever reason you're not able to actually friend request them once you find them, because obviously you want to friend request them on Facebook. That's where we run the team pages and the HLC community and any extra groups for whatever reason. You want them to get on Facebook. If they don't have Facebook, they don't need it, but I would encourage you to get them to create a Facebook profile just to use these groups. Again, if they don't want to, they can just go into a boot camp in the app, in that Challenge Tracker app, or you can just contact them. Let's say they're a new coach, you can just keep contact with them via video calls and Instagram, okay? You're also gonna collect their commitment level, their goals, and then their struggles and interests when it comes to health and fitness, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. And then the budget. This one's new. I just recently added this to my personal interest form, and I love it. It is so brilliant. It is so helpful. I got it from Kate Schultes, and it's so freaking helpful to have the budget there in order to ensure that you're not getting as many price objections when it comes down to it. Because if they click the button that says, I'm willing to spend $100 or I'm willing to spend $50 to $100, then you know that they are not going to say no to the bond membership one way or another. If they select $100 to $200, you know that they're going to sign up for a challenge pack. Even if they object to it, that's another objection. You know what I'm saying? So if they select, say, 0 to 50, you want to definitely get them on with the Beachbody On Demand trial. But if they select an actual budget, get them what they are going to benefit from. So you can know exactly how to respond to people, whether you respond back to them via email or you read the application and then you go and respond to them in a direct message via Facebook or Instagram, wherever you're talking. It's up to you. I would send them an email response and a DM. That's what I do. I send an email response detailed based on what their application looks like or what their interest form answers were. And then I send them a DM that says, oh my gosh, I loved getting your, your application or your interest form. I'm so excited to talk to you. Let me know or shoot me back an email. And then I leave it up to them where they want to, where like I put that offer out there. Here, you can talk to me in DM or you can send me back an email. Some people will email you back. Some people will just DM you. But you'll also respond with the order form once you've made one, okay? So from this interest form is gathering the information. You're asking the questions of exactly what it is that you want. So I want you to go to, I should add this on here. One second. Let me add this on. Okay, I want you guys to go to that page right there. That's where I host my interest form. So it's right through my website. However, you don't need to do it through your website. You don't need to have a website. You can do it through either Typeform or Google Forms. I recommend Google Form simply because it's all in one place. You can do it's just simple, it's free, it's easy to use. It's actually a lot easier to use than Typeform. If you are familiar with Typeform, then you could continue to make your applications using that. But I recommend using Google Forms. It's just super, super simple, and you can add pictures into there. So I've liked Google Forms as I've been using them for my order forms way better. I like that all of the answers are just easier to access. I don't know. For some reason, I like Google Forms better. However, I've been using Typeform for forever, like a long time, okay? So I would utilize one of those two options, and Typeform, it's Typeform, and, or, here, let me put that in here. Typeform.com or Google Forms. Both are free. Both are great options. If you are using Typeform, in the settings section, make sure that you set it so that it sends you an email. Otherwise, all of those applications or those forms that people fill out, they're just going to sit there and you're never going to get an email response, which is kind of why I like Google Forms, because they'll send it to you, that Google account, so in your email. So just make sure, if you don't know how to do it, send me a message and I'll just tell you how to do it or just show you how to do it, rather than going through it on this. But there's a little section in like the settings section of that actual form, or it's in the notification section of that form. You have to click on it to be able to get an email like notification, okay? All right. So your interest form is gathering information. Your coach application, your coach application is the exact same purpose, the exact same thing, except you're just gonna tweak the answers, tweak the questions. So instead of asking things about health and fitness, you're more so gonna direct them towards the team, towards coaching, towards making money, okay? And you can go to rayannegallo.com/ let me add it in, coach, to read what mine is. You can go here, /coach. Okay? Okay, so again, you can copy the questions that I have in there, use them as the guide, just fill them in with your own wording, but you're going to use this application that people fill out for coaching and utilize it to inspire that person, that prospect, instill belief into them, and pour this energy that says, you can freaking do this. You absolutely can do this. Read their goals, read their ambitions, read why they want to be a part of this, and give them that satisfaction, give them that belief that they can actually do this. Utilize this application as a way to say, you can freaking do this. And there's going to be questions in there that says, I am motivated, or, you know, check the one that's best suits you. I want to be a full-time coach, or I want to make side income. You know, you're getting them to actually admit what it is that they want. Utilize that to inspire them. And then this also weeds out the people who you do and don't want to work with. So your application is actually really beneficial. Obviously, it makes you, puts you in that position of leadership and professional. It also gives you that contact information. It makes it simple for yourself, but it also weeds out the people that you don't want to work with. So if there's somebody that, you know, you just are like, no, this does not look like somebody, you don't have to allow them onto your team. Nobody is allowed. This gets to be your team. Build a team of people who you actually want to work with. If there is somebody that you are like, I really don't want this person on my team, you can absolutely say, I'm so sorry, unfortunately, this is not a right match, but I absolutely wish you on the, wish you the best, and maybe suggest a coach that is a better fit for them. That's what I would do. So 110%, this application process is so beneficial. If you are not already doing this, 110%, your interest form for a client and your application form, they 100% need to be done so that you can boost up that simplicity for yourself as well as the professionalism. You're going to use these, one sec. You are going to use these forms in conversation. You can say things that are like, say somebody says that they're interested. You can absolutely say, hey, you know what? For me to get a better idea of your goals, let me send you this quick link. Fill out this quick form. It takes like 5 minutes, and then I'll be able to answer, or your email, or I'll be able to have a better idea about what is the best option for you. Use this to your advantage. Use it for being able to suggest to people what it is that they would benefit from. And the other reason you want to start doing them is because you want to put that as your link in your Instagram bio. So you guys all see like Linktree in everybody's Instagram bio. It's super simple. It's literally Linktree. Let me show you. One second. Share. Okay, Linktree. Okay, see that? linktr.ee. So you guys will create a free account. It's free, you don't have to pay for it. Apparently mine's not signed in. Not sure why. Okay, so you can see all of my links here, right? So you will you'll click add, you'll put, say, bootcamp interest form. Then you'll copy the link of that Google link or the Typeform link. You'll copy it in here, put it here. And then that will be on your list over here. So it shows you like what your phone will look like. You can move them around like this. And then obviously you can delete them. So I'm gonna delete that one. Then to actually put it into your Instagram bio, you take this right here, you click this copy link, and then you put it into, you can go to Instagram on Google, you put it into edit profile, and then under website. That's what you put in website, okay? Okay. Okay, so you have the links. You're gonna build an interest form for clients. You're gonna build an application for people to fill out. You're gonna give them those forms to use and fill out so that you can gather better information, so that you can give them the best option. And then you are going to create an order form. Now, I am not going to go into detail on the order form whatsoever because I just want you to copy the one that I have. Literally just copy it, okay? There's nothing fancy about it. There is nothing that makes it my personality versus yours. I made it in Google Forms. It's, you know, it's nothing fancy whatsoever. But you're going to create 2 order forms. The first one is going to be for this is for your budget options. So you know how on your interest form, you're going to include the budget option. Same with the coach application. You're going to include the budget. No, wait. The coach application, I don't think I have the budget option because they're going to enroll with a challenge pack. So you would send them this option right here, the challenge pack one. But for clients, you want to give them all of those options. So there's an option for free for 14 days. They just have to commit to the $39 for a 3-month membership. If they decide to continue that, they can cancel within the 14 days. There's also the $39 for 3 months and the 1 year for $99 for Beachbody On Demand. And then you go into challenge packs, right? So you want to be able to give them options. And at the end of the day, no matter what, you want to be able to serve these people with a solution of some kind. And this is going to allow you to do that. So an order form is something new that I've personally been doing because right now it's, you know, we're promoting Morning Meltdown 100. So I'm not using the order form because everybody that is enrolling is to do MM100. If there's obviously somebody that is not able to do that, I'm suggesting that they do Beachbody On Demand for either the $39 or the 1 year, 14-day trial, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, I'm not really using an order form at this time because it's a program specific month. But come August, September, October, like come the rest of the months, I will go back to using an order form. So when somebody fills out those interest form or application, my response would be, oh my gosh, okay, this is what I think you would benefit from. You're obviously going to have a conversation. So let's say somebody tells you their goals, respond to their goals. Oh my goodness, I love those goals. I truly believe that you can absolutely accomplish that. Here's what tools I think you could benefit from, and only give them the tools that you really feel that they could benefit from. If you are a new coach and you don't know what they can benefit from, ask the team. That's what we're here for. So don't get hung up in, I don't know the answer, I can't help these people. Ask for the help. This is a do and then learn business. You can't learn what you need to learn without doing the action and having to take action in order to figure that answer out. Does that make sense? So you have to have the people and those situations in order to actually learn what you need to learn. I could tell you until you're blue in the face all of the different options that we have, when to use them, what to give them. But I had to learn those as time went on. I didn't suggest to people to use Energize until like, oh my gosh, like a year into my business. That was just something that I never used myself. And then when I did, I never even thought to offer it to other people. So I've built my inventory of things that I want to give people. And every single time that something new comes out, I use it. I do the program, I use the product, I try it out because I want to be able to give my clients and the best options that I know. And I can't do that if I haven't used it. I will not suggest to somebody something that I personally have not used or that Kyle or somebody close to me has not used. I want to be able to give them a testimony of that product. And I can't do that just from some random in Beachbody that's used it, right? So I try everything. If you want to be here and you want to be successful, this is a sidebar. If you want to be here and you want to be successful and you really do want to help people, you want to make money from this business, you got to try the products. Try a new product every month. So maybe you've tried Shakeology and next month you're going to try Energize. And then the next month you're going to try Recover. And then the next month you're going to try the Boost. And then the next month you're going to do the 3-day refresh for Christmas time. Try something new every single month. You don't have to try it all at once. It took me like almost 2 years to be able to try something. I am just now trying the vegan Recover. I couldn't get it right away. I had just ordered like 4 things. I wasn't going to just buy it just because it was there, but I'm strategic about what I use. I've tried UPF. I've tried To Be Mindset. I've tried all of the programs. Every new program that comes out, I do it. I will say MM100 is the first one that I was about to say no to. Thank God I did not, because I'm so excited and it's going to change my life. But if you want to be here and you want to be successful and you want to be able to give these people the best options, try as many products as possible. And I'll tell you, the more you use yourself, the more you will sell. I sell way more products now because I use them and I'm sharing them all the time than I ever have. So if you want to sell more products, if you want to sell beach bars, if you want to sell Energize, if you want to sell collagen, if you're in the US or Canada when it comes out, if you want to sell more products, more programs, like you want people to start doing more programs, you have to do more programs. You should be doing a new program all the time. You should be trying out new programs that are like new and, full of hype and energy. You should be trying out new products that people are trying out and raving about. You should be trying things out and giving them to people so that they can hear that testimony from you, okay? So you are going to create these 2 different options. I'm going to link them in the team page. You can, copy them. And right now, actually, I am going to show you exactly how I input a picture into the Google form and I create that form. So let me just open this up here. One sec. Okay. So I have my form here. This is the challenge pack form, okay? In this form, it includes, again, you're just gonna copy this. So this is the contact information. Then they're gonna choose the best challenge pack that's for them. I still include the 1-year BOD membership, but I include the basic challenge packs. Then I also include the program specific ones that I like the most, which is Transform 20 and 80-Day Obsession. Those are the ones that I would recommend suggesting to people simply because they have products or tools that people will want to use. I probably might even take the Transform 21 out simply because I don't feel that there's any tools that people actually need in order to do Transform 20. I think that all of the tools are perfectly fine. And then obviously if they want them, they can ask for them. But Transform 20 is on Beachbody On Demand now. So the only one that I would really suggest that people get the package and bundle for is 80-Day Obsession, because the sliders and bands are the best ones out there. Like, I would not even recommend them to go get anything on Amazon. Like, I am obsessed with the Beachbody sliders and bands. They're 100% the best quality in my opinion, unless they spend like 3 times the amount on like a brand name of bands. But these ones, for what they are 100% the best ones for like the extra $30, okay? $20 to $30. So actually, let's just do that. Let's just take this out. We're just gonna delete this. This is Transform 20, delete that. So we have program specific ones. And then I include the nutrition. So do they want the containers? Do they want to add on the nutrition programs? I personally am including only the Ultimate Portion Fix. If there is somebody that I am talking to that is using that would benefit from To Be Mindset, which is our other nutritional program, then I would tell them in the email that says the order form does not include To Be Mindset. However, I would really encourage you to go with To Be Mindset. This is the price. So that's how I would do it. The only reason I don't include it is because UPF is what I personally use. People on my social media are going to, be more likely to follow what I follow. They're more likely to be joining me because of what I follow. So if you use mostly To Be Mindset, then I would put the containers there, but I would put To Be Mindset as the nutritional program that they can learn from, because that's the one that you do. And if you're talking about that one all the time, then your people are going to want to know what that is, right? Your people are going to want to follow what you follow. So if you use both of them and you can absolutely clarify between the two, then you can include both. But I 110% would include the containers at the top here. They no longer are included in challenge bundles, except for Ultimate Portion Fix. That's the only challenge pack that they are included in now. I think it's because obviously Autumn wants to keep missing receipts. Autumn wants to keep obviously her stuff to her bundle, I think. And so you have to add them on separately. They're not expensive. Obviously, they're like $10, $12 Canadian. They're so worth it. But again, for nutrition programs, I would put on what you use and leave it at that, okay? And then options, I would add on like sample packs. So you can see here I have, would you like to try Energize? The 11 10-pack sampler, I put the price and then no thank you. So they can say, yes, I want that, or no thank you. I am going to add in Hydrate. So this is exactly how I do it. In here, I put Hydrate, or I'm gonna put like 10-pack sampler. And I go and find the price. I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but right now I'm on the Beachbody website. Let me cancel out just in case. So I go to the Beachbody website. I find Hydrate, the sample pack, and I just screenshot it. So on a Mac, if you have a Mac, you can press Command, Shift, and 4. And we'll take a little screenshot. And then so it's $13.95 US. US/ you just click this little, the little country sign, it'll just transfer it over into the next country. So $16.95 Canadian. And then, oops. And then I'm going to add the picture. So right in here, actually right in here so that it's big like this one, I'm gonna click here. And then I just go to my desktop and it's saved right there. Okay, boom, done. And then here it would be no thank you. That's it. And then I would just select required just so that people actually like submit an answer, just so that you're not going back to people, because that would be annoying. And then you can add on whatever else you use. So if you use the beach bars, add them in. If you use, you know, the Hydrate, add it in. Energize, add it in. If you want to add the boosts in, if there's a boost that you use all the time, add it in. Like something so simple like that. Eventually, once collagen is in both Canada and the US, I will add on collagen because so many people know about collagen and ask for it. In this one, for me personally, I will probably add on just the greens boost, the Shakeology greens boost, because that's something that I've used a lot of and it's very popular. People ask about it a lot. So that will be the only other one that I add on. I won't add on the beach bars right now because I don't use the beach bars as often like right now, just simply because I haven't ordered them in a while, and for Canada, they're a little bit pricier than I would like to pay. I love to have, like I always have beach bars in my house when we are traveling. So I always get like the 3-box for like a time period where we're traveling. But in the summertime, like it's easier for me to bake. Like to me, I just don't have a purpose for it. So I'm not going to suggest to somebody or put it on here to throw out more money options if it's not something that they're seeing on my social media all the time. However, they do see me drinking Energize all the time. They see me drinking Hydrate a lot. Like I don't have it right now, but I've been drinking it for forever. So they know that I use that. I also talk about how that's my hangover cure. So, and then like in the challenge packs, they see me drinking Recover. They see me doing that. And so when I start eating beach bars more often and, you know, or I find a new product that I love, then you can add it in here. Does that make sense? So add in the products that you use all the time. If you are a brand new coach and you're like, I don't use any of those products, the products that I would add on additionally is just these two, is just the sample pack of the pre-workout and the sample pack of Hydrate. Those are the only two ones that I would add on if you want to add them on. 110% I would add on the Energize. People love Energize. It's literally the best product that we have. So I would add that one on for sure. And then if you want to add the Hydrate on because you believe in it, then add it on. If you don't and you don't even know what the heck it is, then don't add it on. Don't add it on until you try it, okay? So, and then from here, all of these people are you're going to get all of these responses in here. This one obviously wasn't done, so I have no responses in here, but you'll have a list of responses right in this section. Easy, 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 okay? So now that you know why you're using the forms, you know how to use the forms, go and put them into action. Let them simplify your business. They are so great, so great. And you're gonna go from, you don't want to have my Beachbody website as your website on like your Instagram or something like that. You wanna send people to something that's personalized so that they're not just going to Google Beachbody, right? You want them to Google you. And so if you don't have a website, it's totally okay, but you can send them to your social media, you know? So send them these forms, utilize them, simplify your business. Remember, when people tell you, yeah, I'm interested, what's this bootcamp thing? You can simply say, you know what? Why don't I figure out like, you know, why don't you tell me a little bit more about what you're interested in? And you send them the interest form that includes all of these different things that are like, what are your goals? What do you want to accomplish? What are you struggling with? Or somebody says, yeah, I'm really interested in coaching. Can you tell me more? And you can say, you know what? Can you fill out this quick application form? And then I'll be able to send you all of the information. So simple. You want to gather their contact information. You want to have their answers so that you can best describe the topic that you were, you know, inviting or telling them about. And then from there, they tell you these answers. Oh my goodness, I absolutely think that I can help you accomplish your goal of losing 30 pounds. I am so excited for you. Here's the program that I think you would love based on their fitness preference. And I think you would really benefit from Shakeology. It's gonna cut your cravings. It's gonna help you actually eat your breakfast. It's going to help you with, you know, whatever it is, on-the-go meals. Here's what I would suggest. Here's the order form. I've included a few different options. This is what I would suggest, but select what's best for you and your budget. And then they can select what's best for them. Then from there, you can go and build their share cart, okay? All right, go and do that. Go and use my forms as examples. Again, I'm gonna post my Google order forms into the team page so you guys can use that. And if you have any questions at all with form building, send me a message. And I'll be happy to help. Happy to help. I don't want to go on for forever. So I love you guys. Have the most amazing rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this. And I'll talk to you guys soon.